Made you want to do this character for North America? Because that's obviously something that could be risky. Was it something you were enthusiastic for or had any anxiety about?
Well, I suppose everything's risky, but because this had worked, the British version of the show had worked so well, I kind of knew that I was getting involved with something that was already a quality product, if you like. I knew that it was something that had really captured audiences' hearts and minds and had become a real sensation in the UK. So the notion that this was going to happen for an American audience, it was going to go straight to 10 episodes. Fox were absolutely investing in it. There was none of that, do a pilot, see how it goes. I just thought, well, this is too good to turn down because, sure, everything's a gamble, but there are quite a lot of variables that are looking quite tasty on this one. So it felt like, on the law of averages, it felt like one that was worth taking a gamble on.
And obviously your accent is different between the two shows, but it also seemed like in the British version you had a kind of more grizzled look. Did you feel like there was this conscious decision to really make your characters look different?
No, not really. I mean, they look pretty similar to me.
Well, they both look like you.
Well, they both look quite like me. I think Carver has a slightly shorter beard. He may be slightly better groomed initially, but it's certainly by the end of the series, it did feel like I turned up every morning. They drew bags under my eyes, painted grey in my beard, made me look sort of a yellow colour and sent me on set. So it wasn't the most glamorous of roles. But then, that's because interesting characters are rarely the glamorous ones.
Okay, so one last question.
Yeah.
It seems like there's right now kind of this renaissance of crime drama in the UK. You've got Broadchurch, you've got The Fall, you've got Happy Valley. What do you think it is right now?
You're on it.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
What do you think it is right now that's kind of bringing up this type of genre?
I think crime drama has always been somewhere that writers go because there's a format that we understand and it's a world we can key into and it gives a story structure. But then what's interesting, I think, is what someone like Chris Chibnall with this show manages to do and take a format that we know and we recognise, but make it feel fresh and make it feel different to anything we've seen before, and to really show the consequences of crime. We get very used to seeing, there's 3 serial killers a week on TV. There's, and each one's locked up within 45 minutes. I think with this show, and interestingly probably with Happy Valley and The Fall as well, just being a bit more long form about it, allowing those stories to take their time and allowing the characters' worlds to be investigated and invested in by the audience and by the actors and by everyone telling that story. I think there's a sense that people are ready for that. People expect to come back to things week on week and they enjoy that, and they don't want stories to be wrapped up in 45 minutes. They want to go on those longer journeys, and that's because that only works if the writing is as good as it is on Gracepoint. So I feel very lucky to be part of that story.